Though Rhode Islanders and tourists alike tend to consider India Point Park a simple spot to read a book, ride a bike, or walk a dog,
I think of the bike path and just seeing people going up and down, hiking. People coming together in the ocean.
there is far more beyond the land and beyond the present than meets the eye. Green Jacket Shoal is the largest ship graveyard in Rhode Island, a monument of the state's storied history of sailing and shipping. This marine detritus is the remains of a time in which the bay, and by proxy the Seekonk River, functioned as a highway, much like the one that exists alongside it today. Green Jacket Shoal contains the remnants of 6 sailing vessels, a schooner barge, 2 sidewheel steamers, and a collection of scow barges. In 2015, marine archaeologist David Robinson counted 26 shipwrecks in the shoal. The total later increased to 29 wrecks due to supplementary help from local libraries and archives. The 2 sidewheel steamers, Mount Hope and Bay Queen, are the most well-documented ships, unsurprising given their wealthy human passengers. Rich folks boarded these steamships in droves to escape the Providence summer heat. The other vessels, the ones dedicated to bolstering the local trade economy and dependent upon intense human labor, overwhelm Green Jacket Shoal without record of their past existences. These remains tell us stories about Providence's golden era as a capital of trade, about the advent of steam power and the ways in which it changed how people and goods traveled, and about the social, cultural, and economic histories of the New England coast. Clean Bays is a Rhode Island-based nonprofit that is dedicated to marine debris removal at local shores and creating environmentally friendly methodologies to be used worldwide. In 2014, before the discovery of the historical shipwrecks, Clean Bays proposed a 5-year project to tackle the remnants of the industrial neglect. They were particularly motivated by the challenge of removing the very large and unwieldy wreckage that occupies Green Jacket Shoal, in addition to their organization's goal of keeping remediation projects connected with local governments and communities. The modern-day East Providence shoreline has been cluttered with debris for close to a century, and the debris is a hazard to navigation, a source of environmental pollution, a hindrance to revitalization in the area, and, of course, an eyesore. The remediation proposal detailed piling removal, both vertical and horizontal, barge removal, shoreline cleanup, and miscellaneous debris removal. These efforts, in conjunction with improving environmental health, were meant to benefit the fishing boats, sailors, and rowers that have been plagued with limited launch space and collision with wreckage. With the knowledge of the historical and cultural value of the older shipwrecks, Clean Bays has altered the project to only cover the area with the greatest debris near Bold Point, and promises to withhold removing any shipwrecks. The initial removal of debris was performed by a main ship called the Aqualogger. Already able to snatch sunken logs from depths of 50 feet, Aqualogger needed just one modification to take on the Seekonk River project: a small chainsaw mounted on the bow, capable of being raised and lowered. Its purpose is to neatly cut timbers at the river bottom without upsetting contaminated sediments. Additionally, the often sunken lost logs, called deadheads, are typically well preserved and quite valuable, and were promised to the captain of the Aqualogger. Dave Robinson is one of the key players attempting to preserve Green Jacket Shoal. He and his colleagues are working to designate the area as a cultural heritage site. They argue that the wrecks offer unique, non-renewable insights about Providence's past maritime cultures, informing modern residents and visitors of practices and events that shaped the local community. In addition, the sunken ships are now homes to pioneering species that have moved back into the river, including seaweed, mussels, and minnows. Keeping the ships intact would also keep this ecosystem intact. Robinson hopes to further investigate the site and to initiate formal dialogues between agencies, historic preservation offices, and communities and tribes to consider recommendations for the future of the shoal. There are numerous management opportunities to consider, from education and cultural tourism to recreation and public interpretation.